Which is best? Is it the specialised Tarmac SL7 or is it the giant TCR Advanced Pro? Well, in this video, we'll find out. We'll put them to the ultimate test, see how they perform, and go through the frame and equipment details on these two race-ready carbon bikes. I'm David, and you're watching Just Ride Bikes. Let's dive in. I make no secret of the fact I genuinely highly rate the TCR. I reviewed it last year when it's fully updated for the 9th generation frameset we have here, and I was so impressed when it came to building a bike this summer. The TCR was a natural choice, right at the top of my shortlist. I really do think it's one of the best high performance road race bikes you can buy right now. However, in the brand new Tarmac SL7, it has a fierce rival. The Tarmac has long been a favourite for amateur road racers. Go to any road race or crit race and you'll see a load of people racing the Tarmac SL7 or the previous SL6. And honestly, I want to find out whether in choosing the TCR for my custom build this summer, I made the right choice, or should I have chosen the Tarmac SL7? The Tarmac and TCR have a lot in common. They're both road racing bikes built for speed and performance, simply put, going as fast as you can. And both have fairly aggressive geometry, so long reach, short stack and short wheelbases. Both have full carbon fibre frames and forks, with the Tarmac SL7 comp here having a FACT 10R carbon fibre for a frame weight of around 920 grams versus the 800 grams for the high-end, more expensive S-Works version of the frame. But aside from the carbon fibre layup, they both have the same frame profiles and features. It's the same for the TCR here. This is a mid-range TCR Advanced Pro disc and a frame weight of around 865 grams. The high-end SL version with the integrated seat mast has a frame weight which is below 800 grams. Before we get into the details of each frame a bit more, let's talk about looks, and I'll share my opinion and you share your thoughts down below. I love the way the Tarmac SL7 looks. It looks fast, it looks modern, and it looks very sleek. I love the full internal cable routing at the front, nice understated paint job, just looks a fast frame ready for racing. And then the TCR, well, it has a rounder, softer look, which I do like. We have non-drop stage, which I prefer over the drop stage on the Tarmac, and generally it looks smoother, more elegant, more flowing lines than a quite aggressive stance of the Tarmac. And normally Giant don't have the best paint jobs in the world, but this frameset only option has a stunning paint job, really glitters, really sparkles on a day like today. And Specialized over the years has a much bolder strategy when it comes to paint jobs and graphics. This one's fairly muted and conservative, but I do like the swirls on the seat tube, and there are two frame colour options as well. But I think today the TCR wins the award for best looking bike in my opinion, but let me know what you think down below. It's worth adding that the Tarmac looks much better with deep section carbon wheels and the alloy wheels it came with, if you saw my review, link above. Let's talk about prices, and here's a little bit tricky, so bear with me. Giant doesn't currently offer a TCR Advanced Pro with the brand new SRAM Rival ETAP Access group set, and this is a custom build that you might have seen on my channel a few weeks ago, link above if you missed it. But this TCR Advanced Pro, the mid-range frameset they offer with NV Foundation 45 wheels, the aforementioned SRAM Rival group set, a physique saddle and a zip handlebar and stem, comes in at just over £5,000. And then we have the brand new Specialized Tarmac SL7 comp, which is available with the brand new SRAM Rival ETAP Access group set. You might have seen my review on this bike recently, link down below if you want to watch that. And because this bike comes with a set of alloy wheels and it makes things a bit fairer in the comparison, I fitted the brand new Roval C38, a brand new just over £1,000 carbon fibre wheel set from the Specialized wheel brand, which brings the price up to just over £5,500. and makes it a more fair comparison talking about performance. So roughly the same price, roughly the same specification, and on the scales they weigh about the same as well. So both a size 56 without pedals. This bike comes in at 8 kilograms, the Giant 7.9, so more or less nothing in it really. When it comes to price, historically Giant always has the edge over brands like Specialized. It's renowned for offering really good value for money. This frame set is a good case in point. This is a mid-range frame set and costs £1,600, while Specialized will only sell you the range-topping S-Works frame if you want the SL7, and that retails for £4,250. They don't offer this lower grade carbon version as a frame set only, so you have to buy the bike. So Giant gives you more options if you want to build the bike yourself, as I have done with the Giant TCR Advanced Pro.
The Tarmac feels every bit the race bike as soon as you get on it. And the speed comes so easily. Stamp on the pedals and boom, you're down the road. And it's that responsiveness that makes it such a good race bike, or just a bike for the rider who likes to ride fast everywhere and knows the bike isn't going to hold them back in any way. And when you are riding flat out, this bike is so fun and so rewarding. That frame stiffness gives amazing precision in the corners. You can really hook it up into the corners, holds the line really nicely. And then when you get out the other side, get on the power and it squirts forward. You can really feel the stiffness of the frame, the entire bike actually, when you're stamping on the pedals, when you're sprinting or you're climbing. So responsive, feels so urgent and immediate. And a bike that just wants to go fast really. It wants to be ridden flat out 100% all of the time. That stiffness does manifest itself with quite a busy ride, even with 28mm wide tuber tyres at low pressures. There's quite a lot of feedback being transmitted through the contact points, the handlebar and the saddle, which is a bit more than you might like if you're not racing, but you're riding at 70–80% for fun. Specialized gets the contact points absolutely dialed, so a nice handlebar, bar tape, a great saddle as well. It really is ready to go. And this bike, with the wheel upgrade in the Roval C38, unleashes even more aero performance compared to the DT Swiss alloy wheels it came with. So for racing or riding as fast as you can everywhere all the time, the Tarmac SL7 really delivers. Intoxicating speed, but quite a firm ride. Onto the TCR then, and straight away it feels much smoother and much more compliant than the very stiff Tarmac SL7. It's worth adding that because both bikes have the same group set, I switch the wheels between each bike to remove that variable, so I can really focus on the ride quality of the frame and the fork itself. The TCR just does a better job of smoothing road imperfections. It's a much calmer ride, much less busy, a lot less feedback through the contact points compared to the Tarmac, and that all makes it an easier bike to live with and ride on a daily basis when you're going 70–80% rather than flat out 100% race efforts. The TCR isn't as visibly aerodynamic as the Tarmac, but according to the company, they've done a lot of aero testing on this bike. But is it as fast? Well, I've done a lot of testing, time testing, using power meters on all my favourite sections of roads around here in the Cotswolds, and against the clock, there's very little in it. Sometimes the Tarmac will edge it, other times the TCR will just take the advantage. So really little difference against the clock in my testing at least. The Tarmac just feels faster, feels livelier, more dynamic. The TCR, due to a smooth ride, feels calmer, less frantic, less hectic, and for me, a nicer bike to ride when I'm not absolutely going flat out as fast as I can to kill myself. So for non-racing but high performance riding, the TCR for me is a more rounded, easier to live with package. It's just as agile and poised in the corners. You can really hold a very tight line through the bends. It rotates very easily and you feel the stiffness of the frame on the climbs. While the weight of these bikes isn't anything to write home about, on everything but the steepest gradients, they shine really well. Stiffness and the aero benefits almost counteract some of the extra weight, and the disc brakes give you plenty of control on descents, especially in tricky conditions. But both are very useful in the real world when you're not racing, because many of us aspire to own a bike like this, not for racing, just for maximising our enjoyment of riding bikes on sunny days like today. And I know whichever bike you choose, you will be more than happy with. That dynamic ride quality of the Tarmac or the buttery smoothness of the TCR. They're both very compelling bikes. And riding both bikes with the same group sets and the same wheels and tyres has been very revealing, allowing me to get down to what really separates these two high performance road bikes.
So which is the best bike then? The Tarmac or the TCR? I love how fast the Tarmac is, how the speed comes really easily from the platform. I love how dynamic and alive it feels. For racing, for pinning a number in a jersey, this is the bike I would choose. But I'm in my happy place riding the TCR. I love the smoothness and the comfort of this bike. It's a more rounded package, easy to live with on a daily basis, and when you're not racing, when you're going 80% rather than 100%. So that's a bike I would choose. And I think I'm happy with the choice I made in choosing a TCR for my custom build this summer. But they are both fantastic bikes, a real showcase for how road race bikes like this have evolved over the last 10 or 20 years, offering superb performance, integration, disc brakes, wide tyres, comfort, usability, easy speed, pretty low weight as well, and they look fantastic as well. So whichever bike you choose, you won't be disappointed with your choice at all. Do let me know which of these bikes you would choose, Tarmac or TCR, by leaving a comment down below. And also let me know what other bikes you want me to compare in a head-to-head style review like this. But that is all for now on this sweltering hot day. I'm off to get a cold shower, and I'll leave you to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you all again very soon. Thank you so much for watching.